Before I begin, I spoke with the building manager. He informed me, for your safety, please not stand on your chairs or table during my standing ovation. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Mike, Dave's younger brother. I'm so excited to be speaking here, so I can reveal some of the finer details about Dave. I've been dreaming about this opportunity for a while now. To publicly express my emotions and feelings, to verbally abuse and belittle him in front of all of his friends and family, to shed light on his darkest secrets, to make him feel so small and helpless as he chokes on embarrassment, in sickness and in health. Oh, I think he's in Nikki's wedding vows. Let me tell you a little bit about my relationship with Dave. We met in the 80s. Not a whole lot of technology back then. Life revolved around Legos, director sets, and building forts in the living room. Playing Legos with Dave was so much fun. Dave would hoard all the pieces, build the biggest tower, leave with some scrap pieces, and then make fun of the puny little house that I built. I miss playing Legos with Dave. Even at a young age, Dave was always stubborn, demanding, strong-willed, passionate, and a bit of a bully. By now, all of his college friends are thinking, well, Dave hasn't changed at all. Dave liked to express his brotherly love in unique ways. I remember when I was 6 and I was in the bathtub, I yelled, Dave, bring me a toy. He brought me the toaster. As we got older, Dave and I grew closer and closer, and probably worked much better as a team rather than enemies. Some of my favorite memories were playing on the same high school hockey team. I was even fortunate to have some of the same friends as Dave. I remember one year, Dave and his friends brought me along on my first trip to Canada, specifically Montreal, specifically St. Catharines Street. This is when Dave taught me the definition of day drinking. I would love to share some stories of that trip, but I can't. Not because they're inappropriate, but simply because I can't remember it. When Dave went off to college, it was a pretty big change for me. I really missed having him around. He first went to college in Rhode Island, only a few hours away, and then to Tampa, a bit longer. Dave was down in Florida for what seemed like forever. I got to visit Dave a few times, and man, did we have some fun. I remember one of the first times visiting. I was hanging out in his dorm, killing time, while Dave was in class. He gets out and says, okay, I'm done for the day. Let's go hang by the pool. It's 12 in the afternoon on a Tuesday. Yesterday I was shoveling snow and Dave's down here on vacation. I'm in college. As time went on, Dave eventually graduated. I figured, okay, fun's over. Dave will have to come back to Boston and get a job. I said, there's no real jobs in Florida. That's where people go for vacation. No, Dave ended up getting a job and was preparing for the real world. I was pretty bummed. But in 2011, when the recession was really taking a toll on the economy, Dave's company wasn't immune. It was a sign from the universe. I was finally getting close to getting my big brother back. But Dave, being the stubborn bastard that he is, stuck around for a few more months trying to find a job. A job in finance in Florida. No jobs in Florida, that's where you go for vacation. So I finally got the call from my dad. Hey Mike, how do you feel about flying down to Tampa, loading up a U-Haul, and bringing Dave home? I replied, can we go now? Depending on how long you've known Dave, you probably have a story about Dave being drunk and having absolutely no filter. But chances are, if you have a story like that, you have 5 more about how Dave has helped you in some way, changed your life, or simply brought a wholehearted smile to your face. I'm incredibly happy I can call Nikki my sister. I've always liked Nikki, because unlike Dave, she responds when you send a text message. That's true. Let me say how lucky you are here, Dave. You will leave here today having gained a wife that is warm, loving, and caring. A wife who is funny and who radiates beauty wherever she goes. And to Nikki, how lucky you are that you leave here today having gained a gorgeous dress and a lovely bouquet of flowers. Dave, I've been married for 3 years now. I want to offer you some advice. a few marriage tips. Number 1, the best way to remember your anniversary is to forget it once. Number 2, the 2 most important words for successful marriage. You're right. Number 3, this one is for all the couples out there. Everybody turn and stare at your partner. Look them right in the eye. Now, statistically, you are staring at the person who is most likely to kill you. Number 4.
That's it. It's very good.
Number 4. Dave, do not laugh at the choices Mickey makes. You're one of them. And last but not least, if at first time you don't succeed, try doing it the way your wife told you. Winston Churchill said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." The first step towards getting somewhere is to decide you're not going to stay where you are. It's not who you were, where you came from, or what happened. It's about who you are, where you're going, and how you're getting there. Last year, at 31 years old, Dave decided he was going to leave the financial world, go back to school, and pursue a master's degree in landscape architecture. Dave has done this while maintaining a full-time job, buying and renovating their first home, and of course, planning this beautiful wedding. I can only hope to have a drop of Dave's will, ambition, strength, and perseverance to overcome, to never settle for less. There is no other man like the man I call my brother. Dave goes above and beyond to exceed not only expectations of others, but of his own. They don't make them like Dave Preston anymore. A man whose integrity and honor flows bountifully. His moral fibers are ingrained with love, compassion, and tolerance. Dave defines what a man is, what a friend is, with every breath he takes. Dave, you will always be my inspiration, my support, and motivation to push me to be a better man. You have given me love, guidance, and support that is infinite and immeasurable. I'm so proud to call you my big brother, and can only hope that someday I can fit into your shoes. Let's all raise a glass. Let's all raise a glass. You're both wonderful people. It's easy to see why Nikki brings out the best of Dave. To a night you'll never forget, and a lifetime of happiness.
Cheers.
Yeah, give it up applause for Mike, the best man. All right, folks, dinner will be out shortly. Enjoy yourselves tonight. Don't forget, we're trying to see which table can be the most fun. We're keeping an eye on things.